All right, here we are one day before the fight. We're in Cologne, Germany. Today is July the 6th, 2007, and we're in an interview with the NABO champion, cruiserweight champion, Johnathon Banks, one day before his first defense of that spoken of title. First of all, Johnathon, how have your training camp gone? How do you view it? How did your training camp go?
Training going good, very good.
How do you feel? I mean, we understand that you had some problems with the weight at the weigh-in. Was that a big problem, a small problem, or just a slight miscalculation?
Slight miscalculation. It wasn't no big problem, you know. I trained hard and made the weight.
In your preparation for this particular fight, who did you work with in preparation for this fight? I mean, who was your sparring partners was?
I worked with Latimer Klitschko and Andre Paulette.
And how did you think you did with those guys? I mean,
I think I held up pretty good, you know, held my own.
And how many rounds do you think you put in for this particular fight?
I put in about a little bit over 20, 30 rounds, something like that.
So are you fully prepared for this fight? Mentally, spiritually, physically, you know, you're ready to fight. You're in the fighter's mode.
Exactly. Fully ready.
You're just basically you're hours away from the fight. How do you feel? I mean, what is your feeling right now?
Confident. Ready. Can't wait to get it over with.
Have you done anything different in this particular camp in preparation for this fight in the first defense of your title?
No. The only difference is I trained in Austria. That's the only difference.
What do you know about your opponent?
He's a nice puncher, tall guy, he's a durable guy, hard fighting guy. So looking forward to meet with him on Saturday night.
Do you think this fight will go to different distance? I mean, in your own mindset, do you think it'll go to distance? And if it does go to distance, are you prepared to go to distance?
I'm always prepared to go to distance, but I don't believe it will. If it do, it do. If it don't, it don't. But, you know, that's left to be seen.
Will you have any family members here in person to watch you fight?
I got my brother with me. He always with me.
Are there any particular tactics that you've been working on in the training camp with your trainer, Emmanuel Stewart?
Just, you know, basically fast punches, you know. Combinations, put combinations together, in and out movement, that sort of thing.
Has Emmanuel changed anything in your training tactics during your training camp?
No.
Has he added anything on? Has he subtracted anything from?
No, I haven't changed anything.
Do you see anything in your own repertoire that you would like to change? Is there anything that you think that you can do better? Anything that you might enhance to give you further clout in the cruiserweight division? Because as it stands, the division is really a shoddy division. It's really cloudy, and they need one guy to step out to magnify the attention on the division. So is there anything in your own style, your own repertoire that you think that you can make better to create this kind of interest in the cruiserweight division?
Man, I believe as a fighter, as a person, as an individual, you always, if you're being honest with yourself, you always see things you could do better. Know things that you could do better. But only time will reveal that. You know, I believe I keep working hard, like I'm doing, and keep training hard, then things that I want to progress will progress.
If you at this time, hypothetically speaking, were called to fight anybody in the top 10, do you think that you are prepared to go against anybody in the top 10 right now for the Cruiserweight Championship of the world, right now?
I do agree, yeah. Fully prepared.
Does it make a difference who you face?
It don't make a difference.
You feel that you're prepared to take them on right now?
Correct.
And taking on Alicia Castillo, that was a big jump in your career at that time. Most people going into that fight thought that it was a big risk, and as it turned out, it was a big risk. What was your thinking going into the fight? What was your thinking during the fight? And what was your thinking after the fight?
My thinking going into the fight, I'm thinking, wow, my first step up. I can't wait to get the gloves on, get in there. My thinking during the fight is I'm not about to lose this fight. I said there's no way in the world I'm losing this fight. My thinking after the fight is I did it. I won this fight. I got this belt. Now let's see how many more we can get.
What was your mindset after being knocked down once and then again twice in the first round of the fight?
My mindset was, like I said before, that I'm not gonna lose. You know, my body was in shape, so my body reacted as my mind wanted it to, was to get up and keep going. And I believe that's what I think I showed a pretty good character of getting up and keep going forward.
What do you think your greatest assets going forward in this division are? What do you think your greatest assets in boxing are at this particular time? Your greatest assets?
My mental strength and my spiritual strength. Basically my mental strength. I don't believe no one, mentally, I don't believe no one, I don't believe I can lose. I will keep going. I can't quit.